Hey Sugar Geeks, Liz here and Dan, and today we're going to show you how to make some really fun Dr. Seuss themed pancake art.
Wow, that's a pancake?
It is a pancake.
Whoa.
It's coming up next on the Sugar Geek Show. All right, so the first thing we need to do is make our pancake batter, and you could make it from scratch, and I normally would, but not today.
We don't have time to like mill the wheat and everything, so yeah.
The key to making pancake mix, it's very complicated. You add water until it's runny enough. The amount of water you add is arbitrary. If it's thicker, that's a waffle. It's thinner, it's a pancake. Even thinner than that, it's pancake art.
So you don't actually have to like follow the instructions on the back. You just put some pancake batter in there and you just mix it until it's right.
Yes.
And then if it's too runny, you just add more pancake batter until you've used the whole bag, and you just have like buckets of pancake batter, right?
Too many pancakes? I don't understand what you're talking about.
That doesn't exist.
So we're gonna roughly follow the recipe and go with 2 cups. Any pancake batter is gonna be fine. You can use Bisquick, you can use Krusteaz, what other? You could use like vegan types of pancake batter, any kind, it's fine. We'll start with like 1 1/3 cups and kind of just look and see.
We're going rogue.
Normally when you make pancakes, you want to like leave all these lumps and stuff, but with pancake art, we want no lumps. This is really, really thick, so we don't want that.
I don't want no lumps.
So once I get it to kind of like the watery level that it should be, we're going to use a hand mixer, or you could use a whisk to actually just like fully get out all those lumps. And the way that it's been described to me is we want this to be like runny ketchup.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. So do these actually taste good once you do all the colors and stuff?
I mean, they're not quite as delicious as like a regular pancake, and I think it's because they're just flatter and thinner, but they still taste like pancakes. Like put syrup and butter on anything and it's gonna be delicious. Okay, so this looks about the right consistency, but it's got lumps in it. So we're just gonna use our hand mixer to de-lump it. So it took maybe 10 seconds.
That was fast. That was a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be.
Not too bad.
It's like runny ketchup.
All right, the next thing we're gonna do is color our pancakes. We're using gel food coloring from Americolor. You can get them on the website or on Amazon, even some cake decorating stores like Michael's. You can use whatever food coloring you have. Just keep in mind that the watery ones like you get from the grocery store are probably not gonna hold their color as much and not be as bright. I'm a cake decorator, so I got these babies on hand. The colors you wanna use depends on the picture you're going to make. And you're gonna need a bottle for every color. So I got these at Michael's too. They cost like $2 a bottle. These are just for like chocolate.
For ketchup?
Or ketchup.
For runny ketchup.
If you don't have bottles or you don't want to go out and buy them, you could actually use a piping bag with like a metal piping tip, or you could even use a Ziploc bag with the corner cut off. Yeah, but like don't touch that Ziploc bag. Don't touch that Ziploc bag to the griddle because like plastic melts.
Oh, you're always thinking.
I'm always thinking. Not that I did that or anything.
You're probably gonna want white and black as food colors too. I don't think about that stuff until I'm like making the pancake.
Yeah, the thing about the type of pancake we're making, like I'm gonna make these cool green eggs and ham here. And you know, the color is white and black and green. And when you're making like comic book art type stuff, you usually want an outline. Mm-hmm. So black is super important to have, and then everything else is kind of like not necessary. But yeah. White is really nice because it just kind of makes it pop. But if you don't have white, you could just use like the regular pancake color. That's fine. Oh. It's like vintage comic books.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to just transfer my pancake batter to like a measuring cup. If you have a funnel, that would work great, but I don't have any funnels that are small enough. And then I'm gonna have you mix some green. I don't think we need a ton.
Okay.
That's maybe like a 1/4 cup, not very much. So we're gonna maybe add like a couple drops of yellow, couple drops of mint green or leaf green, whatever green you have. So I saw a video where they took the hand mixer, the one, and just put it in here and mixed it, which would be great, but this is not big enough to do that, so I've been using a knife. It works just fine.
Okay.
Just mix it up.
This sounds good.
I'm gonna make the black. I'm gonna add maybe a half a teaspoon. Just mix it until the colors are combined. I don't think we want to like over mix it, right?
Okay.
If you have any like leftover batter on the bottom, just give it a little shake.
Okay.
Done. So for white, super simple. Just gonna add about half a teaspoon of white, and then I'm gonna have you make some orange.
You know, I'm seeing lumps in here.
Yeah, I think a few lumps are okay.
So I'm using lemon yellow, and then I'm also gonna use electric orange.
Yep,
Right?
a couple drops of each.
Okay.
The yellow, it just kind of makes the color a little bit brighter and more lively. If you use straight orange, it's just gonna be kind of like blah. Color theory. It's the Geek and Sugar Geek. So Dan and I are both artists, so if you have never drawn before, I suggest you start off with something really simple. Like you could make an egg, right? Just a little squiggly line with a yolk in the middle.
Yeah.
Work your way up to more elaborate designs, but we're gonna just go for it. Are you ready to make some pancakes?
I am. I'm very ready. I've always been ready.
You've been waiting all your life for this moment. Okay, so let's talk about heat sources here. Obviously, you could use a pan, just like a regular non-stick pan. I'm using a griddle because I want Dan to be able to like get in here too.
Okay.
And it's easy to control the temperature. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our grill on to the very lowest setting, which is on this one, 200 degrees. If you don't have a griddle, just turn your pan onto like the lowest temperature and let it heat up for 15 minutes before you start pancaking it up.
Okay.
So the first thing we're gonna do is start with our outline. That's gonna be the black.
Do we want to put any oil down or anything like that?
If you've never used it before, like this may or may not be a brand new griddle, you wanna oil it up and then wipe off all the oil, but we don't need any like butter or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna draw the ham first. And it's kind of like...
It's like a circle, right?
It's like a weird, like chicken leg shape, okay? So step one, make a chicken leg. Try not to get too big because remember, you're limited to your spatula size and your griddle size.
Right, you don't want to be like getting 3 spatulas in there, like trying to flip it over.
Right.
Or whatever, so.
Don't squeeze very hard because the harder you squeeze, the thicker the lines are. Sometimes I just kind of drag the tip.
And if you get a clog and you're squeezing too hard, the whole top can bust off, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do eggies. This is getting too big already. Do you like green eggs and ham, Dan?
I do like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them. Dan, I am.
Would you eat them on a box?
I would eat them on a box. I would eat them with a fox. I would eat them here or there. I would eat them anywhere. I do like green eggs and ham. I do. Dan, I am.
Okay, if you have any spot where you've messed up or you want to redo it, you can use a knife to like kind of make holes and edit.
This is like advanced, like second level stuff.
If
right?
you're, it just came out. It's done.
Well, that's perfect, right?
Yes,
That's like the eraser tool.
Exactly. You can also use like a paper towel and just kind of wipe it up. All right, so now I'm gonna add some green for the green ham.
It's okay to go over the black lines a little bit, right?
Totally, yes. Once the black lines are down, that's kind of the outline. So anything you do on top of the black lines is not gonna show. So now I'm gonna go to the yolks. And then we're gonna do the white.
You can see why you might need a lot of white.
Yes.
So what do you think the hardest part of pancake art is?
I think the hardest part is just if you're not super artistic, it's a little hard to, control the lines and stuff. So definitely start with simple shapes like smiley faces or fish until you just kind of get used to like the pancake batter just coming out of the bottle. It's just like any medium. You wouldn't just pick up a paintbrush and some oil paint and just immediately think that you can oil paint, right? You just start with really simple things, getting used to the basics. Alrighty then, we have this little thin piece of black right there from the fork.
Okay.
So we're gonna take our orange. You wanna try this? Yes.
Fork?
Oh, wait, whoa. Sorry. So
Okay.
what we're doing is we're just squeezing thick and just going just around because otherwise it's gonna get really big.
And I'm just gonna go over this way and just kind of close it in, right? I think my wife is holding her breath right now while I'm doing this. She's like stressed out.
You're doing it wrong.
I'm definitely an artist.
We're going all the way around.
Oh, all the way around.
Yeah. Somebody did a bad job getting these clogs out.
So if you got a clog while you were doing this, how would you get it out?
I just used a toothpick to kind of push out the little clog there. Once you get your pancake art completed, we're gonna bump this up to 250, which isn't a huge amount, but it is going to suddenly start making bubbles, and we're not gonna flip it.
Wouldn't it just turn all black on the bottom if you didn't flip it for a long time?
That's the low temperature. It's very, very low, so it's gonna cook it slow, like a roasted ham. Okay, so you start seeing these bubbles and stuff here. Don't flip it.
No.
It's still really shiny. You see like the shininess right there? We want the whole pancake to actually look really dry and dull before we flip it.
Oh, okay, so there's like a shininess to it, and then that's gonna go away.
Yep.
How much time do you have to wait where you're looking at these holes and you're freaking out?
Well, smaller pancakes cook faster, so it might only be like 2 minutes, but larger pancakes cook a lot slower, and they get really dry around the edges, and then the center gets more and more cooked. That's why your pancakes are always raw in the middle.
It's like a Michelangelo fresco. You're gonna have to like.
Hey, Avalon.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
You see I'm making pancakes?
Yeah. Which one is this one?
What do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know.
You don't know? Let's see. Let's do a little test and see if it's ready to flip. Not yet. Still a little bit undone in the middle. You should be able to get your spatula all the way underneath without it feeling like you're forcing it.
It looks like there's still a shiny spot
Yeah,
right there.
there's still a little shiny right there.
Still a little shiny, but I think it's probably ready
look,
to flip,
though,
right?
it's moving though. That's a good sign.
Oh, the whole thing's moving,
Yes,
right?
you ready, Avalon? Yeah. We're gonna put the spatula under really quick and then just flip, just turn. It's like a wrist movement, just like.
You're gonna like once more with feeling.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, nice.
Green eggs and ham.
Yes! So that looks really cool. Doesn't that look amazing? I love how the Dr. Seuss illustrations translate so well to like this kind of art. It's like very comic booky. The black lines look great.
This is a super fun way to like make breakfast special like during the weekend.
Absolutely. All right, pretty much after you flip it, it's done. So I'm gonna move this to a plate. What would you like me to make you, Dr. Seuss?
I like this one and this one.
Yeah, I know you like the fishies a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make a fishy. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish.
Blue fish.
Yeah! All right, so we're gonna do the outline first. Doing a little tail. And then kind of goes to the body. He's got like an upper fin, but it's kind of like 2 fins. And then a little part for the eye. And then the nose and the mouth. I'm just kind of like doing little parts at a time, like looking, okay, now I'm gonna do this part. Down to here, stop. Now I'm gonna do the fin. Just kind of breaking it down into digestible portions instead of like trying to memorize the whole shape of the fish and then you're like, the outlines are going everywhere. He's got a couple little fishy hairs. Do fish have hair?
No.
Oh, that's silly. And then I'm gonna put some lines in here. I'm literally just kind of touching the tip to the grill and just kind of dragging it to make these sort of lines. Just remember it's plastic, so don't put it on there for a long time. I'm gonna fix his eyeball a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Oh, look who's here! It's the other Merrick kid, Mr. Ezra. He's going Super Saiyan, I see.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's that? All right, so now we're gonna fill our outline out with some blue pancake batter. Make sure your arm does not touch this. It's hot, okay? Uh-oh, it's going out a little bit. It's okay. It's all right, we'll fix it. See, we'll just take a little spoon.
It just wants to go out.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, then we're gonna do an outline just like we did before with the orange all the way around. And it doesn't matter if it goes over the black, remember?
Orange, you glad we had enough orange?
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna pump it up to 250.
Did you know that the Cat in the Hat is a musician? He's a percussionist.
Wah, wah. What kind of stuff do you like on your pancakes? You like syrup? You like powdered sugar?
Yes.
Yes. That is the correct answer. Remember the first shape that Daddy ever made you? I do.
It was a circle.
She's not wrong. I think it was a guinea pig. All right, it's almost done in the middle.
So it's not wiggling.
It is not wiggling. See, she knows. Almost.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it's moving. You ready to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to do the countdown.
1,
1, 2.
3.
Woo!
Look at that.
Look at that!
That looks a really good one.
Yay! That's the blue fish. Okay, you ready to eat the pancake?
Yeah.
All right.
Mmm.
Pancakes! Aw, I need syrup for sure. Well, that's it, guys. That is how you make some super awesome pancake art. I'm Liz.
I'm Dan.
This is Adlani.
And that's Ezra. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye!